hockey fans. Welcome to SNN Sports. I'm Steve Schneider, your color commentator and play-by-play announcer here tonight from Bethune, Saskatchewan for a Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League matchup here between the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze and the Lumsden Lynx. Lumsden coming into tonight's game with a 3-0-1 first place record, and Saskatoon coming in with a 1-1-0 third place record. Lumsden's last four games were actually pretty good road stretch for these girls here. October 7th, they won an 8-0 shutout over the Southwest Impact in Gull Lake. October 8th, they had a 3-2 win over Southwest Impact in Swift Current the next night. Following weekend, they took on at the El Ritchie, they took on the Regina Rebels in a 1-1 tie. And then the next night again, they took on the Western Prairie Clippers in Kindersley at the West Central Event Center to a 3-0 shutout. Saskatoon's last two games, a 4-0 win versus the Outlook Mainline Icehawks at the Harold Latrace Arena in Saskatoon. And then on October 21st, they had a 4-3 loss to the Regina Rebels at the Doug Wickenheiser Arena. We're just waiting for both teams to make their way to the ice. Next game for Lumsden will be on Saturday, November 11th at Gull Lake against the Southwest Impact in Gull Lake again. And Saskatoon's next game is actually next weekend on Sunday. They'll be in Kindersley taking on the West Prairie Clippers. And here come your Lumsden Lynx. The Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League is proud to announce that Borgo Industries has signed on to be the title sponsor ahead of this year's inaugural season. The newly minted Borgo Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League is already took off here beginning on October 7th, which was actually a historic night here for being the first Junior Hockey League game played in Saskatchewan. With 33 female players participating, the Southwest Impact hosting the Lumsden Lynx. The opening game was also the first win in the league, with Lumsden taking an 8-0 victory. First goal for the league was scored by Kaylee Tress with 16.45 seconds into the first period, and she finished the night with 4 points. And the first penalty was also given out to Abby Noble from the Southwest Impact. And the first shutout was recorded by Peyton Schlump of the Lumsden Lynx, where she turned aside 17 shots. We're going to pause for the national anthem. You're watching SNN Sports on www.sasnews.net, brought to you by Fort Capel's country station, The Hog. hogcountry.ca. Starting new goaltenders tonight for the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze, number 30, Mackenzie Bloom. And starting in goal tonight for the Lumsden Lynx, we have number 37, Peyton Schlump. Peyton is coming in tonight with a record of 3-0-1 and a goals against average of 0.73. That is amazing. And her save percentage is .897. Saskatoon's goaltender coming into tonight's game with, I'm going to bring that up here, Mackenzie Bloom. This will be her first appearance in the league so far, so she has no stats. And we're going to wish her a good game here tonight, her first game in the Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League. And we're off at the opening face-off. Saskatoon going to take that along the blue line. She'll knock that in off from the backhand, and that'll be brought back to the blue line. Lynx will put that back out to the neutral zone. She's going to carry that up ice. That's Tress. She's on her forehand, feeds it in front. That goes down into the corner, and Saskatoon will try and clear it out off the blue line, and that'll go down the ice. The icing will be waved off. Be retrieved by McNabb. McNabb will grab that and moves it along the boards. She's going to circle back behind her own net, drops it off over for number 21, Nikita Schmidt. She'll put it back over to McNabb. McNabb flips it off the glass and out to center ice. She'll put that side to side. Saskatoon with it now across the red line. She's going to get it in there 2-on-2. Side fires. It turned away by Schlamp into the corner, and it looks like her own player collides with her at the goal. Back in, kept in the zone. That'll be taken back behind the net by McNabb. McNabb looking up the left-hand boards as it goes back the other side. Sorry, right hand. She'll come back around over here, back onto number 20. I'm going to have to find out on the roster. That'll come through center, tries to chip it into the zone. That's turned over at the neutral zone. And Saskatoon coming back in, 2-on-2. Bernath fires, and Schlump will hold on. 18:41 to go here in the first period. Shots 2-1 so far for your visiting Prairie Blaze. A face-off to the blocker hand side of Schlump. Saskatoon with the win, brings it out to the outside. Crawford knocked away. That'll be back on Vachon with it. She tries to go through the middle, and Saskatoon going to get that back in their own zone. Off the side ball into the center ice, picked back up by Lawrence, knocked away. Saskatoon back down into the corner. Lumsden turning around off the side wall. She'll grab it off the side, puts it in through into the legs, and it squirts loose on the back end. That's going to come back out into the corner. 25, another one for Saskatoon here. I'll see if we got that. We don't have her on the roster. We'll grab that between the intermission. Lumsden on the sidewall, coming up the left wing boards, gets it out of the zone, and it's in the feet, going to be picked up, turned around. Crawford goes D to D, and they'll go up ice through the middle. She'll chip that into the zone. That'll wave off the icing. And Lumsden with it off the side, off the referee. Loose right in the slot. That'll come back out top of the circles. Lots of time. And it's knocked away by the Lynx. They'll knock that out back out to center ice, but Saskatoon will knock that back into the corner. Lynx reverse behind the back of the net. That'll go back off the sidewall at the hash marks. Down back below the corner. It'll be picked up by Erickson. Knocked away. Haynes with it. Back behind the Lynx net. Loose puck in the corner. Scooped up by Stegman. Right in front. Blaze with a good chance. And Lynx will carry that out of the zone. Carried out by number 19, Sexsmith. Pressure in front. That goes down into the corner. Lynx on the forecheck. Intercepted behind the net. Goes for the wraparound. And it'll be loose puck in the corner. Back out to the blue line. Shot in by Ort. And that goes below the goal line. Spins. Saskatoon with it. They'll put that off the back wall. Off to the hash marks. Picked up by Girolami. In the skates. Horner with it. She'll put it up the sidewall. Ballard fighting with it at the blue line. Going to come through the center again. Lynx with it at their own blue line now. And they'll dump that back into the zone. Saskatoon behind their own net. Down into the corner. Kicked up by the Lynx now. Right in front. That'll be picked up. goes through the center. Saskatoon, 1-on-1 at the blue line, 3-on-2. Out the outside, shoots, and Schlump shuts the door. So with 15:44, it's still 0-0. Schlump stops the breakaway. Down in the corner, Saskatoon with it. Knocked away by the Lynx. Down behind the net, Saskatoon will come out with that right in front and gets a pad on that. Goes back off into the corner. On her backhand, Schlump will grab that one through traffic. 15:21 left in the first. Evans with the draw for Saskatoon. Lynx will pounce on that. That'll go behind the net. Carrying it out of their zone. Moves it up the sidewall. There'll be a foot race for it at the blue line. Saskatoon. Crawford will pick that up. Puts it up the sidewall. That'll go down into the corner. And it's off the back. Blaze up through center, 3-on-3. Knocked away by the Lynx, though. It'll go right on net. Schlump's going to hold on to that. 14:45 left here in the first. Saskatoon leading in the shots department, though, 6-1. With the score currently 0-0. You're watching Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League action here on SNN SaskNews.net. Proudly sponsored by Lumsden News and Fort Capel's country station, The Hog, thehogcountry.ca. Comes off the sidewall, poked away. That'll come to the blue line, down into the corner. Saskatoon with it. They're going to move it up the right wing boards. Picked up at the hash boards. Knocked out. Lynx will grab that. Right at the blue line, held in by Mac Neill, or Ort, sorry. Lynx with it back behind the net. Loose in front, fires, and a good save by Bloom. She gets a glove on it. 14:07 left here in the first. 6-2 are the shots on net as Lumsden gets her second shot of the period. Now go back down into the corner. Lumsden uses the body to edge out on that. It comes right at the top of the circles, down through center. Saskatoon knocks it away. A little bit of a pile up at the blue line. Lynx will grab the puck. Just about kept in by Saskatoon. And Lumsden will retrieve that. Tries to go up through center. Gets it to Stashniak. She's going to take that off to the right-hand side, down into the corner. It's knocked away by Leverrier. Tremblay tries to chip it up through center, gets it over to Stegman. Stegman fighting along the boards. Loose in front, out to the side, poked out to center ice by Lumsden. That'll get cleared back into Lynx territory. 13:03 left here in the first. I'll go loose down into the corner, back down. Squirts out. Saskatoon with it. Goes wide. Fires high. Schlump with the save. Rebound into the slot. That'll come back down to low. Picked up by Lumsden. They'll dump that out it through center. And be picked up by Stobic. Pritchard carries it into the zone. Pritchard on her backhand. Takes it behind the net. Still with it. Fires the short angle shot. That'll go down into the corner. It'll be cleared out by Erickson. Down to be kept in by the Prairie Blaze. Battling along the top, Pritchard with on the side. Lynx trying to get it out of the zone. Evans knocks it down into the corner. And he picked up by McNabb. She falls down, going to be picked up by Evans. In front, loose puck in the slot, bouncing. Lynx trying to get it. It's in the feet. They're going to come up with it at the top of the blue line. So they'll take it out. And she'll go cross ice. It'll be intercepted by the Blaze. It'll be Gust. She'll put that back out through center. In the feet, along the blue line, picked up by Gust. Gust goes down through center. She's got a 2-on-2. Cross ice. Oh, and it goes right through the stick of Hood. Shot on net. That'll come back out. Lumsden with it now, carrying it out of the zone. Up through center. She falls down. Oh, she's taken down. Questionable. And that goes down into the corner. Pokes it away. And Lumsden will get that at center ice. Bounces off the... That was a weird one off the sidewall. And that'll come back out. Sometimes it just defies physics that way. Up through center. Over to number 11, Crawford. She's intercepted. Lynx knock it back into Saskatoon territory. That'll come back up through center. In the feet. Kicks it over to her teammate. And they'll pick that up right at the blue line. Lumsden going through off the skate. Crawford with it now. Crawford, long pass goes off back into Lynx territory. That'll be waved off. And we got a foot race forward into the corner. Lynx, cross ice pass. Picked up by number 13, Tress. Knocked away, kicked right back onto the stick, out in front, knocked out of there by Ort. Saskatoon at the blue line, she winds it up, and it's blocked in the slot, comes out left-hand side now. Tress tries to stick handle around it, it's taken out by Girolami, and that'll go back down into the corner. Tremblay kicks it to her stick, she's going to try coming right around, puts it in front, gets it back off the rebound, and she'll fire that, and it'll come back out onto the side. Comes out to the top, into the slot. Goes down into the hash marks, being patient with it. Leverrier puts it back down into the corner, gets out to Girolami. Girolami goes across the blue line. Winds it up, goes off a shin pad. That goes down into the corner. And that has to go off the glass. Girolami tries to keep it in. She'll dump that in deep. And it'll be a foot race down low below the goal line. They'll go down into the corner, down looking for it. Lynx were looking up. No, goes off the back of number 24, Kuche. Dangle right over in front, puts it around her. Pritchard retrieves her own rebound. Pritchard steps out into the front, fires low, and that goes down there. Patience on that one, showing great awareness. Lumsden up the left-hand side. Here comes Tress. She'll dump it in. She'll go for a change. Saskatoon with it now. They'll reverse it up through the side, off the blue line, through center. Intercepted by the Lynx. Gets a stick on it. Number 20. I think we'll have to look that one up here. We don't have a number 20. We'll grab that one at the intermission. 8-10 left here in the first. Still 0-0. Saskatoon putting on the pressure, leading on the shots 8-3 right now. Lumsden playing in front of a hometown crowd here for the first time here in Bethune, Saskatchewan. And I do not see a lot of open space in this arena right now. Down below the goal line, battling for it. He'll take Hood. She'll put it back behind the net. Saskatoon coming up through center. Through a crowd. Gust takes it off to the left-hand side. Still with it. Backhands in front. Loose puck broken up by McNabb. And Saskatoon will grab that back. Still 5-on-5, and that looks like that hit the roof, so we're going to have a face-off and inside. 7:14 left here in the first. 8 3-area shots on goal. Still 0-0 from Bethune, Saskatchewan. You're watching www.sasnews.net. Face-off won by Saskatoon. She'll spin that around. Comes out to the outside. Carried in by Tress. Makes a move at the blue. Oh, no, that wasn't Tress. That's number 19. Sorry, that's Sexsmith. She had Tress coming in with her, and that's offside. 7 minutes to go here in the first. So I'll bring the face off just outside the blue line. Correction, as I said, that'd be inside. Face off won by Lumsden. They'll grab that and then put that off the side. Down into the corner. They're going to fight for that, a bit of a in the legs. So good chance for Lumsden here on her backhand. Ort takes that in the corner. She's stripped by Saskatoon's number 13, Crawford. She'll take that out left-hand side, steps into the slot, fires high and wide. Stegman gets her pocket picked, but she picks it up anyway off the other side, through the middle. Schlump with the save. Back out to the point. Gets it to Crawford, fires a low one. Schlump with the save, gets the second one. That'll go back behind the net of the Lumsden Lynx, back down along the hash boards. Goes off her feet, back into the corner. 5:55 left here in the first. Picks up the puck along the blue line. Backhand pass intercepted at center. It looks like 22 at the bottom of the pile there. I think we have one on here. Not yet. We'll get that one.
50-50 is up to 530 take home. Get an outside.
Down there. You know,
Oh, it's down there?
Yeah.
Off the side, blue line. She's going to go D to D. Lavier back behind the net. Gives it over to Girolami. And they'll pick that up the blue line. 2-on-2. Get 3. Right in front. Loose puck on her back. And Schlump picks it out of the air. That was a 6 save. 5:17 left in the first. She stole that chance from Saskatoon, that's for sure. 12-3 shots on net so far. Face-off won by the Lynx. They'll knock that back behind their net. Oh, right in front for Saskatoon. And that hits the roof. So that was number 8. Chloe Horner with a good chance. So she read that one off the side of the back wall. Sorry, number 6. Yeah. Ashlyn Bernath. Face-off won. Bernath back up to Leverrier. They'll move that back into the corner for Crawford. She'll spin, fires right in front. Schlump, rebound left in front, but the Lynx will jump on that. 4:55 left here in the first. So far, most of the play has been down here at the Lumsden end. But we'll see what happens here late in the first as Lumsden will squeeze one off the boards. Here they come, 2-on-1. Gets the pass across, but it goes right through her stick. Again, right down into the corner. Tries to get it out to the D. They'll be taken out by Tremblay. Picked up by Stobic. Stobic takes behind her own net off the right-hand side. Goes cross. It'll be picked up by Tremblay. Carries it over the blue line. taken down in the slot. Number 7 loses her footing, Hayes. But I think she had some help with that. Carries it in. Tress squeaks out at the top of the circles. Here comes Saskatoon. Field carries it with some speed. .355 left here in the first. That's coming off the sidewall. She'll fight off the check. Down below the front. Definitely emotions going in front of the net. She throws a punch. Schlump with the save. The referee had his whistle in his pocket, I think, on that one. 3 minutes, 39 seconds. Left here in the first. 15-3 are the shots on net. Off the sidewall, Saskatoon. She's going to push the pile, tries to get the loose puck. It comes out. And that'll come back below the goal line. Saskatoon trying to maintain possession of it. Grab the 25. Fires again, block shot. Crawford gets her own rebound. Fires again, Schlump again with the save. And it's held in by Saskatoon. They'll put that off the sidewall. Good defense. That was knocked away by Ort. That'll go back down in the corner. And she'll knock the puck away from her again. Field fighting for it along the boards. And that'll come loose. It looks like he's going to blow that down. Looks like number 22, Ballard, came in and gave just an extra shot there at the end. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go here in the first. Saskatoon leading 16-3 in the shots department, but it is 0-0 as Peyton Schlump is literally standing on her head here tonight here in the first. Another save by Schlump. That'll come back out to the slot. Lynx trying to get it out of the zone. They do. It comes back out to center as Leverrier knocks it back the other way. Makes its way back into Lynx territory. They'll pounce on the puck along the sidewall. Takes it back behind the net. She spins. Showing some great footwork there. That'll come back down below the goal line. Erickson gets it out to center. Saskatoon will retrieve that. Comes cross ice. Ballard knocks it into the and goes for a change. 1 minute 55 seconds to go here in the first. We're still scoreless. You're watching Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League action here from Bethune, Saskatchewan, between the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze and the Lumsden Lynx. Saskatoon with it back at their own blue line. Goes cross ice, bounces up back through center, comes back out into their zone again. Carried out by Girolami. She'll go back towards the benches this time again. And it's poked away by Myers. Down in the corner, right in front. Shot on net. That'll go back down into the corner. As the Lynx will take that, fire towards the net, goes off into the corner. Tress on the forecheck. That'll come back through center, knocked away, and that'll land on the stick of McNabb. She'll put it off the sideboards. Evans knocks it back in. We have 1 minute left here in the first period. Off the back of the net, down into the corner. Sexsmith, that puts it off the back wall. They're going to reverse it. She spins. McNabb puts it back off the back wall again. Oh, takes her feet out. A hard pass. 30 seconds left. Saskatoon in front. That's knocked away. Back out to the point. Pressure, spins, comes back in, fires. Schlump turns away the shot. 20 seconds to go. Comes back out to the top here. Fired by Snow. It's blocked. Lynx carry it out of the zone. Or it spins. Oh, sorry. McNabb. Sorry. Off the sidewall, down to the blue line. 2 seconds remaining, and that'll do it here for the first period. You're watching Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League action here from Bethune, Saskatchewan, between the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze and the Lumsden Lynx. We are scoreless after one period of play, and 18-4 are the shots on net. And Peyton Schlump is going to be seeing shots in her dreams tonight if this keeps up at this pace. Anyway, I'm Steve Schneider, and we'll see you after the break. And welcome back to Bethune, Saskatchewan. We're here in the second period for the Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League matchup here between the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze and the Lumsden Lynx. Shots on goal a little lopsided, but the score is still tied up at 0. Lumsden's Peyton Schlump is turning aside shots here. 18-4 so far are the shots. And we're going to come into the second here, still scoreless. But a good game in front of us nonetheless. Lumsden coming into tonight's game with a 3-0-1 record in first place. And Saskatoon coming in with a 1-1-0 record for third place in the league. A few more other teams to talk about as well on that list. But we'll get back into the standings in just a little bit. Lumsden's last 4 games opened up the season with a 8-0 win over the Southwest Impact, and the second day on the other half of their home double series there, the back-to-back there, they went into Swift Current the next day, and it was a lot closer of an affair with a 3-2 win. And last weekend they had 2 games, one against the Regina Rebels and the other against the Western Prairie Clippers. So they came out 3-0 versus the Western Prairie Clippers. That was in Kindersley. The night before was a 1-1 tie over the Regina Rebels at the Al Ritchie. So for the standings for this league so far, for the Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League, Lumsden at the top with a 3-0-1 record with 7 points. Regina Junior Rebels sitting in second with 2 games played so far, so those things will probably even out later on, as they are 1-0-1 with 3 points on the season. Saskatoon Prairie Blaze 1-1-0 with 2 points on the season, with Southwest Impact with a 0-2 record. This Western Prairie Clippers with an 0-1 record, and the Outlook Mainline IceHawks also with an 0-1 record, all with no points, and they'll bring up the all tied for 4th place in this 6-team league. Some players to watch tonight, especially for the Lumsden Lynx. Kaylee Tress leading the league in scoring with 9 points, with teammate Hannah Sexsmith with 7 nipping at her heels, as well as teammate Nikita Schmidt with 6 points as well, and Shaylin Myers. But keep in mind, the Lumsden Lynx have played 2 more games than everyone else in the league so far, so we'll see how those things got when we come back to the next game that we cover on November 26th back here at Bethune. Face-off one, that'll go back down to the Lumsden territory. That'll be along the sidewall. And they'll come back around their own net. Up through center, carries it through traffic. She'll dump that down into the corner. She's got number 19, Sexsmith, coming in on the forecheck. They'll bring that back down below the goal line. Saskatoon off the glass and out. Lumsden will regroup back in their own zone. Schmidt fights off a check. She finds Tress coming over the center, and she'll poke that into the zone and go for a change. Saskatoon will pick up the loose puck down in the corner, and she sneaks out over the blue line, knocked away by the Lynx. Number 15, Hextall. They'll come in, that's offside. With 18:53 left here in the second, 18-4 are the shots on net. Still 0-0. Stashniak takes the draw for Lumsden. They'll carry that into the zone. It's picked up, though, by number 16, Hood, and she'll take that back around the net for Crawford. Off the sidewall. Down into the corner. Loose puck. Lynx will jump on that. And they'll move the pile, and they'll be picked up along behind the net by Crawford. She'll put that off the sidewall. Lynx will keep it in the zone, though, and she'll fire that down into the corner. Prairie Blaze picks up the loose puck. Number 16, Hood. She'll carry it out of the right in front of her own net. She'll look for some open ice. Up through center. Chipped up off the glove, so that should be no icing. Waved off. Lynx. Oh, off to the sidewall. Crawford with it. Fires. Goes off the foot and back behind the net. Lynx with it now. She's looking cross ice and she'll connect off the boards. We've got a clear slide to the net and it's taken away by Crawford. She'll pick it up for Saskatoon. They'll come up off their side. And that's Jacelyn Kelly wearing number 25 tonight instead of number 4. Off the sidewall. Lynx with it. She'll chip that out through center. Prairie Blaze will pick that up. And they'll dump that in and go for a change. Lynx will regroup back behind their goal line. Left-hand side, right in front. Oh, it's just about intercepted. That went through 3 sticks. And Lumsden will pick it up the other way and carries it into the zone. Comes in on net. Takes it behind. Tries to spin. She's knocked down. And that'll be kept in by the Lynx. Myers along the sidewall, out to the point, fires in front, off the back wall, loose puck, and she pinches, and that'll come back out through center. Myers goes D to D, comes back, gets it over to Legente. She fires again. And Saskatoon will pick it up off the sidewall. They'll go cross ice. Nice pass right on the tape. Knocked away into the corner. Carried down low. Tress fights off the check, fires again, and a save made by Bloom. Well, the face-off down here in the Saskatoon end. The first shot of period was 16-13 left here in the second. Lumsden putting on the pressure, playing most of this down in their and Saskatoon's end this period. Then it'll go back with a face-off loss. Saskatoon with it. They'll come off the side. Lumsden will dump that down into the corner. And it'll be picked up by Stobic. She'll put that off into the corner. And again by Pritchard. Intercepted. McNabb fires that on net. Loose puck right in front. It'll be scooped up by Stobic. Out to the blue line. Cross ice. Kept in, and while McNabb will regroup down at center ice, she's poked away by Pritchard. Pritchard coming in on her back and spins back. Centering pass. And a big save by Schlump, and an even bigger save by Schlump on the rebound. Way to recover on that one. Goes back down into the corner. And that'll be kept in by Saskatoon. That'll move that down into the corner. Lumsden gets there. Off the sidewall. Glove down. She'll spin. Loose puck in front. Fires. And that goes wide. Kept in by Saskatoon. Gust at the blue line. Winds it up. And Schlump gets the first one and the second one. And that'll come off the outside. Lumsden carrying it out to the blue line. Gets it in. She's going to try to dump it in. But Saskatoon breaks up the play. That's number 13, Crawford, stepping in there. Lumsden takes a bad change. And there they're going to be getting knocked away by the Lynx. Again, Schlump bailing her teammates out on a bad change. Still 0-0, 14:41 left here in the second. 23-5 are the shots on net, though, for Saskatoon. Right back off the draw, right on net. Schlump will cover that up, and we'll get a second go with that one. Off the sidewall, down onto the blue line. Winds it up, that goes off the back wall. Schlump will glove that out of the air. That took a weird bounce off the back wall. I'm not sure how that don't make sense. 14:27 left here in the second. 24-5ers still the shots on net. I'm not sure if does that count as a shot on net? No, I don't think so.
She prevented him.
The face-off to the glove hand side of Schlump. Field. Oh, new centerman for the Lynx. Hextall with the draw. That goes off the sidewall down below the goal line.
So passive.
Down up, right up to the blue line. Goes cross ice.
Get there.
Saskatoon fires, and Schlump picks that out of the air.
Sitting back on everything.
Face off back from where we started before. Saskatoon with the got some pressure on it from the Lynx. They're going to try and get that over the blue line. Then it's kept in by Saskatoon. Bouncing puck in the slot, in the feed, fires. Schlump gets a foot on it, and that'll go off into the corner. Hard forecheck. It has to touch up for the offside, and then it comes the other way. Saskatoon capitalizing on the change, and McNabb knocked down. That goes right behind the net. Saskatoon with a chance. Intercepted. Sidewall. Tress tries to grab it. McNabb knocks it away. That's going to come back to the blue line. Referee looks like he wants to call something. Trying to make a decision on that one. And Tress with the loose puck right out there, knocked away, and no call. There's a train wreck down in the corner. And we're going to have a face-off by the looks of things. With 13:05 left here in the second. We'll let that one process for a little while. Yeah, there's a few that should have been called there. I'm usually not critical of referees, being one myself, but that was on tape. 13:05 left here. Fires again. Loose at the blue line. And we got a penalty now here. There we go. Referee Trent Say says that's tripping. That is a good call. So that'll be number 15. Callie Stegman is sit for 2 minutes for tripping, and the Lumsden Lynx will enjoy their first power play of the game. And that'll come back out through center. I think that was a make-up call for that last trip. So it comes back out to the blue line, down behind the net. Saskatoon tries to rip it up the sidewall, but it's be kept in by the Lynx. McNabb tries to go cross ice, back out to the top. Lots of pressure from Saskatoon. Cross ice pass comes off the boards, knocked away. But kept in the zone. No, it comes off of a leg. McNabb gets it back out over. And that'll end up on the stick of Tress. She carries it over the blue line down into the corner. And comes across. McNabb fires a shot trying to go upstairs. Bloom gets a blocker on it. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go. And we got a penalty now. Hooking. The number 13, Kaylee Tress, will sit for 2 minutes for hooking at 11:57. And that'll move the face-off back into Lumsden territory, making it 4-on-4 here for the next minute, 6 seconds. Fighting for it below the goal line. She'll knock that down into the corner. Off the side. Oh, and Crawford steals it from her. And that'll squirt loose. She's going to grab it at the blue line, coming with a steam, going to carry it to the outside. She's going to streak in on a breakaway. Fires and is hauled down. And we got a whistle from an injured player, but no penalty. So she's going to be... The trainer's not going to need to help her out of that one. The adrenaline from the frustration helped her get to the bench. So that'll be brought back outside the blue line.
You know what's crazy?
And so that'll be puck drop, face-off won by Saskatoon. They'll bring that out right-hand side, goes T to D. And she'll put that up through center. Saskatoon still with it. Haynes dumps that into the zone. Hood, first one there. She tries to put it off the side, gets knocked back into the corner. Lynx will jump on that, and they'll get that out of the zone. She carries it up the left-hand side. That's number 21, Schmidt. She'll dump that down into the corner for Sexsmith. She's brought down. So now Saskatoon will be on the power play for the next 50 seconds. As the penalty to Stegman finishes, that'll come off the wall. Be brought into the zone. That was questionable, but we'll bring that back off to the outside. She'll come back down into the corner. Goes wide, fires right in front. Good chance for Saskatoon. Schlump jumps on the rebound, has some help from the defenseman. That'll get knocked into the corner. That'll get the blood pressure pumping. Down into the corner, Saskatoon on the power play. They bring that out to the point. Carries it across. That ends the penalty for the Lynx. And then back, and they score! Saskatoon opens the scoring 1-0 with 9 minutes 53 seconds, and it'll be even strength when that one went in, as the penalty had just expired for the Lumsden Lynx.
She had like 5 shots there.
Yeah, that was on the tail of a 4-5 rebound run, and just can't keep it out at a certain point. So with that, Saskatoon goes up 1-0. With 9 minutes 53 seconds left here in the second, we're now on the second half of tonight's game. They'll come back out to the blue line. You'll also be able to find this game online on Facebook at SNN Sunday Night Hockey. It'll be www.facebook.com/SNN Sunday Night Hockey, or as well as you'll be able to find it on www.sasnews.net, as this will be also broadcast at a later date and rerun a few times. So 9 minutes 27 seconds to go here in the second. Saskatoon leads by 1. They took 29 tries to get it past Schlump, so let's see where this goes now. She's turning away tons of shots so far, as is 29-7 in favor of Saskatoon.
I don't think Lumsden 21 are in battle yet.
Not quite. No, I agree. Side, right and deflected in front. That goes behind the net. On the sidewall, Lumsden knocks it away. Saskatoon, below the goal line, carries it right in front, and Schlump jumps out on that pass. That was a good read, and now we got a little bit of roughing after she spears her, and down goes the linesman. Well, I mean, if you let a lot of other things go in the first half of the game, it boils over in the second half. So we'll see how they they're going to go both sides. So both cross-check, and yeah, so that's number 20 for Saskatoon, Madison Evans. And I think number 13, Caleb Sanders here with 8 minutes 42 seconds left here in the second. Oh, it's on in the corner. Saskatoon with it. Back out to the blue line. She's going to wind it up. Fires. Deflected in front. Schlump read that. And that'll go off into the corner. Off the back wall. Lynx looking up ice. Gets it out to center. And it'll be jumped on. Gets it at the blue line. We got a breakaway. She pokes at it. Oh, it just almost couldn't get there. Danica Lawrence. Good chance for the Lynx. That'll come back out to the blue line. And that'll be kept in by the Prairie Blaze. Pritchard has it squeak out to center. It'll be picked up by Leverrier. She'll chip that into the zone. Loose puck at the blue line. Lynx will pounce on that. They'll take it out the outside. Cuts back in through center. Schmidt fires. It's blocked by Crawford. She'll take that below the goal line. Puts it off the back wall. And they'll come up the left wing boards. It's intercepted by Erickson and dumped back behind the net. Picked up now by Haynes. Haynes reverses it back the other way to Leverrier. And they come up the left wing side. Tremblay gets it up over to Haynes. Haynes has it knocked away. We got a chance for the Lynx right at the... Oh, it's knocked away again. It was on the stick of number 22, Johnson. That'll go back behind the net. Loose puck on the back of the net. So as we whistled down with 6:58 left here in the second period. Did I hear correct? The 50-50 is over $500 right now? Well, get your tickets, folks. 6 minutes, 58 seconds left here in the second. Shots on goal, 32-8 in favor of the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze. Oh, it goes back in. That'll be offside. It turned a turnover into a face-off, so that'll be just outside the blue line in front of the Lumsden Lynx bench. Myers with the draw. She'll win that. But Saskatoon will take it away. And she's brought down, and we are going to have a penalty here. So that'll be 2 minutes for tripping. Number 12, Abigail Reimer Golden. Going to sit for 2 minutes for tripping with 6:45 left here in the second. As the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze lead by 1. They had a quite calm and collected power play last time, so we'll see how that goes down here now. Carries it across to the blue line. Lumsden trying to force a mistake here. Saskatoon back down low. Pritchard gets it knocked away by Ort. Saskatoon will recover that loose puck right out to the point. Gets it out to Girolami's shot. Goes off into the corner. Bunched up along the boards. That'll come down low. Pritchard on her backhand. She's going to spin back. Girolami calling for the puck. Gets it at the blue line. Moves it in. Comes in. Fires. It was Cloutier with a shot. Pritchard back to Girolami. Right in front. Loose puck. Schlump will jump on that. 59 seconds left. The Coincidentals will finish up here as Tress and Evans make their way back out on the ice. So it'll be 59 seconds left to the penalty to Golden. That'll go down low, and she's brought down. Definitely frustrated. Comes down the outside. She's going to have it knocked away. Sexsmith, good pressure. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the second. It's knocked away at the blue line. Fires a long shot. Goes wide. That goes down in the corner. Lynx will be the first one on that. Saskatoon recovers the puck. 25 seconds left in their power play. It'll be cleared out by the Lynx right on net. Bloom with the save. She'll pass that out to the center. That was a nice pass. Out to the blue line, steps over, knocked away by number 21, Schmidt. And that'll end the power play for the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the second. Saskatoon currently leading 1-0 over the Lumsden Lynx. Schmidt over to McNabb. McNabb up through center, goes to the right hand, cuts through the middle, and she gets the puck knocked away at the blue line. Saskatoon picks up the loose puck, comes back 2-on-1, carrying it in on her backhand. Switch again, it's saved by Schlump. 4:15 left here in the second. Schlump definitely keeping this a close game, as the shots on goal so far 33-8. Face-off one. Fires. Schlump with the save. Big rebound. Gets the second one. Turns it aside into the corner. That'll come back off the black wall and carries it out left-hand side. Lynx has the play broken up. Bernath drops it back. Puts it back into the corner. Right in front. And the Lynx will turn a risky play into a good play. Comes back the other way. Right in front. Bloom will hold on to it for the face-off. 3:45 left here in the second.
They are Lakeview Farms, Prairie Boys Spray Foam and Coatings, SNN Sunday Plumbing and Heating, Core Drain Systems, and Oxygen Yoga and Fitness. John and
3:44 left here in the second. We got a 1-0 game here between the Lumsden Lynx and the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze. Picked up by Lumsden at center ice. Number 19, Sexsmith. She'll carry it in on the left-hand side into the corner. She's brought down. No call is right. And a little bit of revenge over on the other side by Tress. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Right in front. Good chance by the Lynx. And she's cross-checked down in front of the net. Off the wall. And it's saved by Schlump. She'll hold on to that with 3 minutes, 2 seconds to go here in the second. 36-9. So she's seen just as many shots in the second now as she did in the first. 18 apiece. Face-off one by Lumsden. They'll battle along the board. Squeaks out in front. She'll carry it around. Goes for the wraparound, but is foiled. That'll go off the side. Lumsden picks it up below their goal line. Throws the brakes on. As Lugentes puts it off the sidewall. That'll be picked up by Saskatoon below the goal line. And loose in the slot. Turns, fires. Deflected in front. And Schlump down, but that makes its way to the corner. As Lumsden will regroup and get that out of the zone. And knocked away by Haynes at the blue line. That'll be come back to Saskatoon. Dumps it right back in. That'll come back the other way. It'll be no icing. Or maybe it will be. I thought she could have played that. 2 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the second. 36-9 are the shots on goal here so far. But Saskatoon leads by 1 as Schlump is definitely keeping the Lynx here tonight going into the third period. Face-off won by the Lynx. She's going to put on the Jets up the right-hand side. And that'll be knocked off into the corner. 2 minutes to go here in the second. At the blue line. Knocked away. 3-on-3. Fires. Goes off the defender. And back behind the net. Right in. Oh, off a skate. That'll go back down below into the corner. they'll carry that up off the blue line. Just said Lumsden will carry that, dump that in. It goes off the linesman and back behind the net. 1 minute 20 seconds to go. Loose puck in the slot picked up by Saskatoon's number 20, Evans. She'll carry it out of the zone. She drop passes to Crawford. And they'll go cross ice to other Crawford. Right at the blue line, Crawford carries it in. Draw pass again. Over to Evans. Loose puck into the slot. Goes off into the corner. And Lorenz will get there first. We got a delayed penalty coming here against Saskatoon. Oh, no. That's a Lumsden penalty. So with 55.7 seconds left here, Danica Lorenz will be sitting for 2 minutes here, and that power play will carry on into the third period. Face-off won by Lumsden. They'll carry that back as she spins and comes back the other way. Saskatoon now with it. Back below the goal line. Back up to the blue line. Wires a shot through traffic, but it's blocked. And it'll skip over the stick and right down to Bloom, who's going to play it into the corner for Lavalier. Along the boards, Kelly kicks it up right-hand side, gets that out over to Girolami. Girolami showing lots of patience on the point here on the power play for Saskatoon. Bringing it back over to Leverrier. Centers in front in the slot for Kelly. Fires. And a save by Schlump. And that'll do it here for the second period. And Saskatoon was able to squeak one past Schlump in one of their 37 shots so far in this first half of the game. So I would not count Lumsden out here in the third period. We're going to be going in here as a 1-0 game. 37-9 are the shots on goal in favor of the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze. You're watching www.sasknews.net, sponsored by Fort Capel's country station, The Hog. www.hogcountry.ca. I'm Steve Schneider. We'll see you in the third. 5, 4, 3. And welcome back, hockey fans. We're watching SNN Sports on www.sasknews.net. Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League matchup going into the third period here between the Lumsden Lynx and the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze. And Saskatoon's currently leading by a score of 1-0 and outshooting the Lumsden Lynx by a score of 37-19. But it's still a close one here and lots of time to play. These Lynx are still in it as they're coming into tonight's game in first place in the SJFHL with a record of 3-0-1. And Saskatoon coming into tonight's game in third place with a record of 1-1. Last game for both of these teams was October 15th for Lumsden. They skated to a 3-0 win over the Western Prairie Clippers at the West Central Event Center in Kindersley, Saskatchewan. And Saskatoon's last game was on October 21st. They skated to a 4-3 loss versus the Regina Rebels at the Doug Wickenheiser Arena in Regina. Lumsden will start, killing a penalty and just about scored on the dump-in. Anything can happen in hockey, especially with a little few wet patches out there right now. And they go back out the outside off the blue, and that'll come off the boards. Lumsden with it now, killing off about 35 more seconds here off this Saskatoon Prairie Blaze power play. They'll come back around, it goes cross ice, and just gets away from her. They'll dump that back down into the zone. Linesman playing dodgeball. He'll go back behind the net, reversed, and Saskatoon comes up the left-hand boards, looking wide. Goes off a skate, and that was a fortunate bounce for Saskatoon. And knocked away in front, Schlump with the save. And Danica Lorenz protecting the side of her net there. Lorenz is still in the box. That was number 9, Ashlyn Ort. 2 seconds to go here in the power play. Oh, Lumsden will need a new centerman. Now, right back on net for Bloom. And she'll leave that down behind for Gust. Carries it out. Just about has it knocked away. And she'll knock her off the puck, and that'll come back out to the blue line. And carry that back. Malo go off the sidewall and poke it away. Lumsden with it again, back into their corner. 18:30 left here in the first. She'll reverse that back on the left-hand side. She's going to pinch as Gust gets there first, but the loose puck comes out. Saskatoon will try and get that into the corner as she spins and fires it off the back wall. Going to be picked up by Sexsmith. Deflected off the top of the dasher board, and that'll go back into the corner. At the blue line, toe drag. Fires through traffic. That'll go off of Schlump and off to the right-hand side. Going to feed a pass behind her off the skate. That should be no icing as that goes straight on net. Well, up along the sidewall, Lumsden tries to keep it in. Saskatoon up at the red line off a backhand. That'll come right out to center for Erickson. She'll dump that into the zone. Off the hash boards, that'll come out to center. Waved off for icing. McNabb gets there first. McNabb using her reach to grab that one. Comes over right to the blue line. She's knocked down. And they'll get it in there. Crawford across the blue line through the slot. She'll kind of keep it to the outside. Schlump with the save. 17-11. Left here in the third. Saskatoon only able to solve Schlump once so far in almost 40 shots tonight here. We're just under 3 minutes into the third period. Saskatoon, it's in the feet. Squeaks away. Backhand shot. Schlump with the save. A little bit of a scuffle in front. It looks like the faceoff's going to come outside. Nope, that's going to stay in. So 17:02 left here in the third. Face off to the glove hand side of Schlump in Lynx territory. They'll win that draw, puts it off the back wall. They're going to try to come up the right hand side. She pinches her off the sideboards at the blue line. Kept in, kicked away, good. Oh, and it's kept back in by Saskatoon. They'll be loose in the corner. Saskatoon will pick up that puck, puts it out to the point for Leverrier. She spins at the blue line to keep that in. Kelly with it now, down low, looks, feeds it in front, comes out. Lynx will pounce on that at the top of the circles. 2-on-2, center ice knocked away at the red line. As Saskatoon will take the loose puck and go regroup in their own zone. Connects with pass to Ballard. Ballard off the back wall. Myers picks up the loose puck. Pritchard using her skates to get that one up. That's going to come off the side. Myers pins her against the boards. Now up the left-hand side. Tress dumps it in. She's going to have to be a little more aggressive with that puck to help this team be able to get some points on the board here tonight. She's been doing a lot of dumping, and it feels like she might want to need a little more help on that one because there's not a lot of options coming across the blue line. Down into the corner. Saskatoon with it now. Turns it over at the blue line. Lumsden with it through center. Tress dumps it in again. She's going to go for a change. Out to the top, blue line fires, deflected. Bloom gets a read on that. He's able to scoop that up out of the air. 15:05 left here in the third. We got a 1-0 game here between the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze and the Lumsden Lynx. You're watching the SNN Sports on www.sasknews.net. Out through center. That'll be at the red line. Saskatoon keeping it in at the blue line. So we bring that up around the stole by Saskatoon on her backhand in the slot. That'll come back out to the blue line. Crawford will keep that in. And Lumsden will jump on that. Comes out to center. It'll be picked up by Saskatoon. Carried back in. Trombley fires up high and picked up by Schlump. 14-19 left here in the third. 39-12 are the shots on net. You'll also be able to find this game here as well at another Facebook group. It'll be facebook.com/groups/Lumsden News. It'll be one of our SNN affiliates, one of 40 across the province. That'll go back down into the corner below the goal line. And they'll dump that down into the corner. And we got a penalty coming here. Something behind the play. So 2 minutes for hooking. And that'll be against Saskatoon. Be number 7. Colby Haynes going to sit for 2 minutes for hooking. So that'll bring the face-off into Saskatoon zone. Why is it being set over here? That should be well, I guess probably because that's where the penalty occurred. But it should be in the zone because it's a Saskatoon penalty. If anything, it should be outside the blue line here if they're going to... Interesting placement. 14:04 left here in the third. 2 minutes up on the clock. And the Lynx are going to have a power play here. See if they can tie things up as they find themselves down by 1. Against the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze. She's going to hold it behind the net. And we get somebody to come around the outside, carries it around, gets stuffed at the blue line. And it'll be picked up by Schmidt again to try for number 2. Carries it out up the left-hand side. McNabb chips it out at the blue line. Carried in by Tress, left-hand side. She's on her backhand. Goes into the corner. Goes behind the net. Being a lot more aggressive with the puck. That's what I like to see. So out to the outside. It'll be knocked down by the defender, and the Lynx will regroup in their own end. Gets it up over to McNabb, and she'll put it off the boards. And Saskatoon will pick up the loose puck. McNabb knocks it out of the air, back at center. She'll bring that out to the blue line. Fires wide, goes off of a leg, or a stick rather. It'll be picked up by Emily Stobick. Fires it right on net. 12:55 left here in the third. She gets a little bit of a tap there for Snow, the goalie. 53 seconds left in the power play here for the Lumsden Lynx. Find themselves down 1-0. Shots on goal 40-12 in favor of the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze. Lumsden wins the draw. Be picked up, knocked away right in front by Pritchard. Right out in the middle now. That'll come back to the other side. Hextall dunks it into the zone. That'll go down into the corner. Battling for it down. She's holding her against the wall. Loose puck cleared out. Joe kept in at the blue line. Good effort. It was a good play by number 16. Legente. And that'll go back down into the corner. And that'll be off the back wall. Flip down over. Good chance here for Lumsden. Tries to tie it up. Gets it back out to the point. She's going to go cross ice. Off the wall. Fires. Goes into the corner. And that'll end it. Bringing it back to 5-on-5. She keeps it in at the blue line with pressure. And that'll come back down into the corner. Held in. Pritchard uses her size on that one. They held on to the side of the boards with 11:46 left here in the third. That face-off will be inside the zone.
For $515. The number is 68841.
Face-off won by Saskatoon. That'll be knocked off into the corner. Along the sidewall, squeaks out. They're going to try and get it out of the zone, and it's picked away by number 20. That's Krizik. Lumsden with it now. They're going to get that in the zone. Goes off a foot. And they'll come back off the sidewall. She'll dump that back out to center. Saskatoon with it now. She makes a move. Haynes tries to get to the blue line. She's going to dump that in. 11 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in the third. Right in front. Loose puck in the slot. We got a Lynx puck. They're going to move. She goes for a change, leaving her on her own. Krizik dumps it in on her backhand. Loose puck in the slot. Oh, good chance for number 19, Sexsmith. They're going to come back around the blue line, left-hand side. And it's knocked away right in front of the benches. Oh, that was close to being too many men. Fires again, right in front. Oh, and a good save by Bloom. She's going to hold on to it. That'll be a face-off. So with 10:38 left here in the third, we got a one-goal game so far. And Schlump has faced 40 shots in just about 50 minutes of play. At the blue line, right in front, deflected. That goes down into the corner. Saskatoon with it off the leg of McNabb. McNabb backhands it cross ice. She's going to put that right through center. Saskatoon 2-on-2. Goes off a leg and into the corner. Ballard loses the puck. Here comes Lumsden. Dumps it in. Well, that went off the number 9, so they're going to wave that away. Right at the blue line. She's going to bring that out. It gets knocked away. Oh, they're stuck together. They got their cages, a couple of rams with their horns. So 9:45, they blew it down too. So 9:45 left here in the third. You see that sometimes, but not very often. So that'll bring the face-off just outside the blue line here. Face-off one, right at the blue line, dumps it in. Saskatoon will get there first along the sidewall. Loose along the side of the net, and that'll go back behind. Saskatoon trying to get it. Lumsden will knock that away back into the corner, back down low. Lynx grab it, reverses it the other way it came. And they're going to come up the left-hand boards, gets it to the blue line. Dumps it past her. Saskatoon will pick up the loose puck. Comes back behind the net. She'll put it off. No, she reverses it back behind. Comes off the side now. Saskatoon with it. Goes through the center. Up. Oh, she makes a move. 2-on-2 at the blue line. Puts the brakes on. Puts it right in front. That'll go down into the corner. And that'll be a delayed penalty coming here for Saskatoon. It looks like we're going to have a body contact penalty for number 23, Emma Tremblay, going to sit for 2 minutes, and Lumsden will go up one player here with 8 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the third period. So see if Lumsden can take advantage of it here and try to go tie things up here late in the third. A packed house here tonight here in Bethune. Not too many spots open in the bleachers, and I can't see too many open seats in the lobby. Off the sidewall, she'll keep that in. Makes a move, carries it in. She's brought down. And that'll be brought back out to center. Regroups around the right-hand side. Going to be carried in by Hextall. She'll dump that into the corner. Saskatoon turns. Gets a glove on that. McNabb will grab that back in her own zone. 8 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the period. 40 seconds have gone by in the power play so far. Lumsden, no shots on goal in the man advantage. They'll go wide to the left-hand side to the red line. Carries it over into the zone. She's going to out it on her forehand. Carries it behind the net, looking for an open player. Comes up to the blue line, steps across, goes to the hash marks. Some pressure, and that's going to squeak out through center. 1 minute left here in the power play for the Lumsden Lynx. Fakes the reverse, carries it out through center, and the pass is intercepted as she'll turn that over at the red line. Grabs it out of the air, moves it off the left-hand side. McNabb looking up ice. Reverses it over to Tress. She gets her pocket picked, and here comes Saskatoon one-on-one. McNabb using her reach, knocks the puck away. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the third. 30 seconds left in the power play. 3 Lynx in the corner. They're going to get out through the right-hand side. That jumps over the stick of Girolami. Move at the blue line. Comes up through center. Over fires, and that'll go down low. Picked up by Girolami. Off the skate of the ref. Back onto Girolami's stick. And that'll end the penalty as we'll move back to even strength as Kelly steps back on the ice for Saskatoon. 6:40 left here in the third period. You're watching Saskatchewan Junior Female Hockey League action between the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze and the Lumsden Lynx here for Bethune, Saskatchewan. Face-off one, that'll go down back below the goal line. Lumsden with it now. They'll move that up to the top of the circle. So be kept in by Saskatoon, though. They tagged up just to be sure. That's going to come across and held in. Krisick running into some trouble at the blue line. Kicked back out to the top over by the blue line. They're going to carry that in by number 18, Vauchon. Jumps over her stick, top of the blue line, or circles. That'll go back below the net. Saskatoon with a chance on her backhand, right in front. Schlump jumps on the loose puck and keeps things 1-0. 6 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the third, and we've got a 1-goal game. Lumsden can pull 2 points out here in this last 6 minutes. They'll hold on to their first place position. If Saskatoon able to pull 2 points tonight, we'll move into second place ahead of the Regina Rebels. Fires from the blue line, and it's picked out of the air by Schlump. She was tracking that all the way from the top of the circles. 5 minutes, 47 seconds to go in the third period. You guys are picking up on the mic over here. 5 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in the third. 42-13 are the shots on net. Off the sidewall, Tress with her backhand. Crawford can't quite keep it in at the blue line. And that'll be offside with 5 minutes, 34 seconds to go here. 1-goal game. Next game here for the Saskatoon Prairie Blaze is next Sunday, October 29th, and they're going to be in Kindersley versus the West Prairie Clippers. Lumsden has a bit of a break, though, with their next game being Saturday, November 11th in Gull Lake, taking on the Southwest Impact. They'll bring that off of the blue line, intercepted by Myers. And Saskatoon will pick up the loose puck. They'll bring that out. It's chipped up. McNabb will grab that, and she'll put it over to Ort. Back off to the outside, into the corner. Pritchard fights off a check, top of the circles. She comes across, still holds on to it, but it's knocked out over to the blue line. She'll carry that out through center. Again, over at the blue line, chipped in by Saskatoon. Right behind Saskatoon, first one's on there, picked up by Pritchard.
Out to the top, fires through traffic. Knocked out into the corner. That'll go right back in front. Loose puck cleared out by the Lynx, and that'll go down for icing with 4 minutes 32 seconds left here in the third. Saskatoon leading by 1, but out shooting Lumsden 43-13. So the faceoff will come to the blocker side of the Lynx netminder. That'll come back out through center. Picked up by Leverrier. And that'll come back into Saskatoon's territory. They'll bring that back top of their own circle. Up through center. Read by the Lynx. That'll be intercepted as they turn that over at the center ice. Saskatoon with it now, spins, fires off the hash boards. They'll go back down into the corner. Lumsden with some pressure right in front, loose in the slot. She's got it, fires blocked, and that loose puck is scooped up by Saskatoon. Good chance for the Lynx to tie things up here with 3 minutes 50 seconds to go in the third period. Loose puck, Lumsden scoops it up right at the top of the circles. It's in her feet. That'll come back out to the blue line. Offside, but no, it waves it off. Hits her and that goes back below the goal line. Comes out top of the circles. Deflected in front, but she'll hold on. 3:24 left here in this third period. 44-13 are your shots on goal. The faceoff will come to the glove hand side of the Lumsden Lynx net. Field to take the draw for Saskatoon. Myers wins for Lumsden. That'll go back behind the net, or reverses it the other way. Up through center. Picked up by the Prairie Blaze. They'll try to squeeze that through center. She puts it off there. Kelly at the blue line, waved off. McNabb using her stick to break that play up. Off the wall, good pass to Tress. Tress in front, good chance in front. She's hauled down, and we might have a penalty shot. That should be a penalty shot. No, they're going to give him 2 minutes for hooking. So Lumsden will get a power play here with 2 minutes 54 seconds left. Yes, number 3. Field will sit for 2 minutes for hooking. And the Lynx will have a face-off here to the glove or the blocker hand side of Saskatoon's net. They win the draw, takes it off into the corner. Right in front, loose puck. Saskatoon with it now on the left-hand side. Chipped away. And she'll hold on to that for a face-off. 2 minutes 42 seconds to go here in the third. So 1 minute 48 seconds left in the advantage here for the Lumsden Lynx. Face-off one. Down low. Lumsden carrying it out by number 6, Lorenz. In her feet, that'll come out to the red line. It'll come back out. She'll slap that right down on goal. 2 minutes 22 seconds to go here. Ort puts the brakes on. She'll go out right hand side. Gets it out over to Lorenz. At the blue line, has it poked away, picked up by Evans, and she'll clear that out back into the zone. 1 minute 10 seconds to go in the power play. 2 minutes left in the third period. Lumsden trying to get tied up here. Myers and Tress with it in the zone. Tress carries it down into the corner, still with it. Gets it out to the point. Takes a shot, blocked. And that'll come back out to center. McNabb will try to get there first. And that'll come back across ice over to Schmidt. Schmidt gives it to Myers. Myers chips it into the corner. Myers on her forehand behind the net. Tries to come right out in front. Loose in front. She has it knocked away. And 33 seconds left in the power play. Minute 23 left in the period. Up the sidewall, left-hand side now. Myers goes cross ice. That went off of number 9, so that should be no icing. Waved off. So that's right behind fans on it, but still Saskatoon's able to clear. Last minute of play in the third period with 5 seconds left in the power play here for the Lumsden Lynx. Find themselves down by 1 and looking to either force overtime or pick up 2 goals here and win this one. 45 seconds left. Right in front, back to 5-on-5. You could see them pull the goalie, yet here it comes. Right on net, extra attacker on the ice, number 9, Ort. Saskatoon with the puck. Empty net. She shoots, and she misses. The net goes off the side. 20 seconds left here in the third. Lumsden with an extra skater on the ice. 14 seconds, dumps the puck. Comes back right off the linesman. That'll be delayed offside. Saskatoon tries to fire it. Myers blocks the shot. And we got a loose puck at center ice. And Saskatoon Prairie Blaze will steal this one from the Lumsden Lynx by a score of 1-0. As the final shots on goal, 43-13 for the Lumsden Lynx. Lumsden's goaltender stood on her head. However, Saskatoon's goaltender Mackenzie Bloom making her Saskatchewan female hockey or junior female hockey league debut, and does it in a pretty good fashion by posting a shutout. You're watching SNN Sports on www.sasnews.net. I'm Steve Schneider, and I'll see you next game. Just another day at the office.